Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of Spill the English Tea, your favorite podcast to practice English. In today's lesson, we'll be practicing our reading skills. But first, before we start the lesson, I was thinking about the small actions that make our day. And I want you to ask you, what is something that is never missing in your daily routine? For example, I think that I always have to take a shower in the morning to feel good and motivated. What about you? You can put your answer on the comments section and I will reading your answers. Okay? So now, let's start with today's class. Okay, so we have daily routines. Remember that we will be practicing reading skills. So let's see. We're going to start the lesson with a small text. You have to identify adverbs of frequency and daily routines vocabulary on the text. Okay? The small text is called Diego's daily routine. I'm going to set the timer for 30 seconds in order for you to do the activity. Okay? Let's start. Time is running. Remember that you have to read the text and identify adverbs of frequency and daily routines vocabulary. When the timer is over, I'm gonna display the answers. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go with the answers. So we have often, that is an adverb of frequency, wakes up, that is part of the vocabulary of daily routines, always, adverb of frequency, breakfast vocabulary, gets ready for work, like go to work, that is part of the vocabulary, sometimes, that is an adverb of frequency, reads, that reads book or exercises, that is part of the vocabulary of daily activities, and spending time with his family, that is part of the vocabulary as well. So now, we have some reading techniques. We have skimming and scanning. These reading techniques, we're going to use them when reading a text. And when we don't have like much time to read a whole text. So we're going to use skimming and scanning. We have first skimming. Skimming means reading quickly to get the main idea. Some tips for skimming are quickly look over a text to get the main idea. Remember that you don't have to read every word. You can use keywords and phrases to identify the content. Use titles, subheadings, first and last sentences of paragraphs. Remember that skimming, it means to read quickly to get the main idea of a paragraph or a text. Then we have scanning, that it means looking for specific details and information. Remember something specific. We have some tips for scanning. Quickly look over a text line by line to find specific information. Use keywords, phrases, dates, names, and numbers to identify relevant information. And use scanning to find particular facts, study heavy topics, or answer questions. Okay, so scanning, we use it for a specific information. Okay, so we have an example of a skimming and scanning task. Let's go first with the skimming task. It says read the text quickly and summarize the main idea in one sentence. Okay, so this is the text. Okay, remember that we use these techniques when we don't have like much time to read a complete text. Okay, so we're gonna use scanning. So we have to read quickly the text and summarize the main idea in one sentence. Okay, so I can read the title, that is my daily routine, and I'm gonna read only the first sentence of the paragraph. I usually wake up at 6 a.m., but 6:30 a.m., sorry, but I don't get out of bed immediately. Okay, so from the title of the reading and from the first sentence, I can infer that the text describes a person's daily routine, including work, meals, and exercise. Okay, so now let's go for an example of a scanning task. Okay, so we have scanning task, find specific details in the text. We have some questions. What time does the person wake up? What does he eat for breakfast? What does he do after work? Okay, so I already read the questions. I'm gonna look for a specific information on the text for this specific information. So the first question, what time does the person wake up? So I'm gonna look for the verb, for example, wake up, and I have that he wakes up at 6:30 a.m. So I'm gonna write 6:30 a.m. Then I have the second question, what does he eat for breakfast? I'm gonna look for the verb breakfast. Here we have it. And it says, I prepare breakfast, usually toast and coffee. So I'm gonna write the answer. And the third question, what does he do after work? Okay, so I'm gonna look for the verb work, or I'm gonna look for the word after. So here we have it. After work, I go to the gym or take a walk in the park. And then I write the answer. Okay, so that is an example of how can we use skimming and scanning techniques. Okay, so now I have an exercise for you. Okay, you have to read the text and choose true or false using the previous reading techniques. Okay, so I'm gonna give you 1 minute. Okay, so let's start with the activity. 1, 2, 3. Okay, you can write the answers on your notebook, or maybe you can take a screenshot and answer it there on your phone. Okay, so we have this small text. Remember that you have to choose true or false using skimming and scanning. Okay, we have 3 sentences and we have to choose between true or false. The first sentence says, Sarah has cereal for breakfast. The second one, she starts work at 8 a.m. And the third one, after work, she goes home immediately. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's check the answers. Okay, so here we have the answers. Now, we have another activity. Remember that this lesson is for practicing reading. So I'm gonna give you as well 1 minute, okay? And you have to read the text and answer the questions, okay? I'm gonna give you 30 seconds to first read the text. And then I'm gonna give you another 30 seconds to answer the questions, okay? So 30 seconds for you to read the text first. We have a day in Julia's life. Remember to read the text. Maybe you can start like identifying important information. Okay. 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, 1. Okay. So now I'm gonna give you 30 seconds to read the answers and to read the questions and write the answer. Okay. So there are 4 questions. With a idea of the reading. What does Maria do first in the morning? How does Maria go to work? And what does Maria do in the evening? Okay, you have 30 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm gonna display the answers. Okay, so these are the answers. Okay, so we have 1, answers may vary. 2, B, 3, C, and 4, A. Okay. For the last activity of today, okay, you're gonna share down in the comments the main idea of the previous paragraph. Okay. A possible answer could be Maria follows a structured daily routine, balancing exercise and leisure time. Okay, so write your own main idea of the paragraph in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. That will be all for today. See you soon. Bye.